Alright there you guys, welcome to another one of my live videos, and today I'm going to be officially updating you on some more latest news. We've got a few things to update that have slightly updated from reports. The breaking news is about Neymar now. According to the press, the media and the reports, that this is almost confirmed that he's going to be going to Paris Saint-Germain. Basically, it said Barcelona basically are still confident, the club president and all that are still confident he will stay, but they have they left the decision now to Neymar. So they are relying on the decision that Neymar makes. But the way things are looking, he's told his friends from PSG, he's told PSG that he's going to be going to PSG. And after the tours, is it the tours? Are they on the tours? And yes, he won't be participating in the tours, and he will be going to Paris Saint-Germain. It's been sprouting about this for a couple of days. This is a staggering €220 million release clause that Paris Saint-Germain are looking to activate. Currently, I think the father of Paris Saint-Germain, the father of Neymar, I think he's willing to negotiate with the Paris Saint-Germain directors, and also the Paris Saint-Germain owners have been in talks with Barcelona about this. And that Neymar is currently feeling unsettled at Barcelona after he's won every major honour. He's won La Ligas, Champions Leagues, Super Cups. He's probably one of the best in the world. He's very efficient, he's talented, he's experienced, good at driving forward, good in the air. Him, Messi and Suarez had a fantastic combination. They link fantastically well together. But they don't have to be in negotiations with this deal for weeks and weeks, because this is a staggering 220 million or 222 million, and this will activate that straight away. And basically, Barcelona can't reject this bid, basically, because it will trigger the Barcelona press, basically. They're still confident Neymar will stay, but they're relying on the decision of what Neymar makes, and this deal could be finalised today fully, maybe tomorrow, depending on how talks go with the father and that. The father is still very convinced, that's why he bought tickets for him to go to Paris Saint-Germain. He's convinced it will happen. I don't know if Paris Saint-Germain still think it's going to happen. They still might be dubious about this, as they've had their long-standing interests. I think since last summer they've been interested. Neymar did sign a 5-year contract back in October 2016. Manchester United have been there to try and get his signature. Chelsea have, but we've currently opted out of the race, as PSG are willing to pay this staggering amount of money for Neymar. Stories have changed really. He's said in a few stuff, I'm happy at Barcelona, and then he's changed his story, basically saying that he wants to leave. He's told his friends that he's going to PSG. This will be beneficial though for Neymar. It'll be beneficial because he's got Dani Alves there for PSG. He's got who else has he got there? Dani Alves, Figo Silva, and someone else. So that's a very, very beneficial thing. And plus, he'll become one of the highly paid best players in the world in world football. Will Neymar. Look at his honours though. He's absolutely unrecognisable for Brazil. You know, won the Confederations Cup with Brazil, and he's just an absolute phenomenal player. And the relation with Messi has been absolutely fantastic with Neymar. But to be honest, do I think he's going to leave? I just don't think Barcelona can reject this. I really don't think Barcelona can reject this bid for Neymar. PSG are looking to add ranks into their team. They probably are the best team in France. They're looking to add ranks there, which they're going to get with Neymar. They've obviously added ranks they've got Dani Alves. I think, have they got a couple of other players as well? PSG. I think they're still interested in Alexis Sanchez. So Sanchez, or I did say Arsene Wenger's being ruthless about this. He stood firm saying Sanchez isn't going anywhere. I don't know if folks updated about that. He just basically said that was the main part of the narrative. I want Champions League football, as I think his contract is coming to a halt, but he may be signing another contract with Arsenal maybe. So if they do get Neymar, it won't resist them not to go for Alexis Sanchez as well, PSG, because yeah, and also I think Barcelona now have opted out of the race for Verratti. He's currently hiring that he wants Raiola currently, who represents, and he's oversaw deals, who represents Zlatan, Pogba, Mkhitaryan, Pogba, Mkhitaryan and all that, and Lukaku. So basically he wants him to hire him and Verratti wants it, Raiola to represent him. Basically that could be a signal sign that he could be making a possible move to Manchester United. Could possibly happen. It could possibly happen. I think Barcelona have opted out of the race now. There was a merger of the front runners, but they were struggling to really get a deal to come to a conclusion and agree a full-on deal with Verratti. So he could come to Manchester United. I still think PSG are resisted to him. I still think they are reluctant to sell Verratti. But it's if does Verratti want to leave? Because it's all of a sudden it's weird why he's asked Raiola to be his agent. He's fancies current agent his agent that he's going to sanction or he has sanctioned. But Verratti, what a player, very tenacious, good at driving forward, very compassive, very versatile as well, good at driving forward. Probably one of the best midfielders in the world, very good attacking, very distinctive in his play, a lot of tempo to his play. I'd love Verratti. I'd absolutely love Verratti at Manchester United. But let's go back to the Neymar case. With Neymar, I do think now he's going to leave. He's told his friends that he wants to leave. Barcelona are still very, very confident that he will stay, but the decision is basically easy, and there should be an update in the next couple of hours or so, maybe tomorrow, that he has fully left and he has confirmed that he has gone to Paris Saint-Germain, which is going to make a lot of history in football if that deal does get finalised for Neymar. Plus, I said with that kind of money, look at the way the transfer window's hotting up. Look at what Everton have spent. They've spent. I don't think they haven't spent 222 million, and they've got about 7 or 8 players in. Manchester City I think they've just spent over 100 million on 3 players. Over 100 million on 3 players. We spent money as well. I think that's just where was it 75? I think just over 100 million on 2 players. And they're basically willing to pay 222 million euros for Neymar. You can even get a starting 11 for that kind of money. It's absolutely staggering amounts of money is that for Neymar. But it'd be a fantastic headline if that deal does occur. It'd be a fantastic headline. So anyway, the latest news of it also is I did update you earlier on about the PSG right back, basically the PSG right back. Basically, I think they are willing basically to sell him. I think there has been talks. Basically, I think that he's emerging that he does want to leave Paris Saint-Germain. He does want to leave, and I think the current boss has accepted that he's destined to leave the club. Basically, he's a player. I think he's 24, nearly 25. I think he's 5 foot something as well. He's a bit of a what's it called? What's the word now? He's a bit of a pothead really. He hasn't got really a good reputation really. He's a bit of a pothead, but I think he's nearly 25. He's 24. Currently plays a right back for PSG. Jose Mourinho's now showed more interest and he showed more intentions on him. Now we failing to get the pursuit of Fabinho and struggling to negotiate with Monaco as teams are having problems to negotiate with Monaco, and because they're not letting their players go for cheap, and they are charging way too much money for their players out Monaco. But I don't really know much about him. I think PSG can get rid of him anywhere because they've got another right back as well, and they've got Dani Alves, who's probably one of the generated full-backs in world football. Got every single potential, skillful, good at driving forward, versatile, can play in numerous positions. And look at the amount of honours he's won. He's been a fantastic player. Barcelona, he's been fantastic. Went to Juventus, did good at Juventus. He's going to obviously be PSG's preferred choice at that right back, and there's another right back there as well. So basically, they can afford to get rid of Aurora, whatever they call him. I can't really pronounce his name, but what's he got now? He's got a bad reputation for the things he has basically done before. he's wouldn't be. He's not gonna. He's not gonna be that first choice at the right back with PSG. So PSG are looking to offload him. I think we're willing to pay maybe £25 million for him. Basically, I don't really know much about him. I know he's got good passing ability. I know he can play short passes and that, and I know he's good at that right back position. But right back for us isn't the most essential position, basically. Because with Fabinho, he can play as centre mid, which is my concern in that, because we need to strengthen up there and add depth. He can also play as a converted right back as well. I'm not sure if PSG actually see him as a right back. I think they're seeing him more as a centre defensive midfielder. I'm not quite sure, basically, but Fabinho looks like it's not going to happen now anyway. As I said, Monaco will look to sell him. But at right back, we've got Valencia there, who's fantastic. Our advanced right back, and he's a fantastic player. We've got Darmian there as well. We've got Darmian there as a backup plan because Darmian's played at right back before. Yes, so we got Darmian. We've got Tunesby who can also play at right back position. We may still need a right back. It's not the most essential position. I think left back's more important than the right back position. We need to add strength in the centre defensive mid as well. And the strike force, basically, I think we still may need another striker, basically. Because we need that width on the creative wing. Because we've only got the width is basically on the left is Lingard. On the right is Mkhitaryan. And Martial also plays on the left as he did last season numerous times. So we may need another. We need another winger. Because if Martial gets injured, if Lingard gets injured, we are napped. We are absolutely napped. Same with the same up front in an attacking sense. Same, we've got Lukaku and Rashford, who are fantastic, who are a fantastic partnership, and it did have a point to prove in the City game. But if one of them do get injured, say it's Rashford, say it's Lukaku, then we're basically knackered. Then we are knackered. That's why I still think that we need another striker. I still think we need another striker. And Jose Mourinho has insisted this with the amount of money that these Premier League teams are spending on players. He is urging that basically that he wants to get another player or two on the board, and he's thanked Ed Woodward for getting the likes of Lukaku in, for getting the likes of Lindelof in as well. But yeah, in that midfield, as I told you yesterday, guys, about Renato Sanchez, there has been talks about Renato Sanchez. I think Manchester United could get him on the board. Mourinho's had an interest. He hasn't been a main priority target for quite a while as Renato Sanchez. He's a player that who had glowing reputation in the Euros. He was probably one of the best young talented players in the Euros. He performed fantastically well. I think he's currently from Benfica as well. He's Renato Sanchez, but the expectations at Bayern Munich, what he expected is to be playing a lot of games, scoring goals, and he hasn't had that at Bayern Munich. And basically, Bayern Munich are guaranteeing they're willing to sell him for around about £43 million. I think AC Milan have been in talks and discussions with Bayern Munich, but the talks haven't come to a progression as Bayern Munich are demanding that AC Milan are not willing to meet that price tag they have set out, which is £43 million. I don't know if Man United or Bayern Munich come to any discussions or conclusions to get Renato Sanchez. Renato Sanchez, though, made 17 appearances last season. He's had irregular starts. He's going to get guaranteed. He isn't going to get enough minutes at Bayern Munich. As Bayern Munich have made a couple of signings. I think they've signed... Yeah, they got James Rodriguez, didn't they, on a 2-year loan deal. And I think they got a couple of other players there. So they're in that midfield are Carlo Ancelotti's preferred choices over Renato Sanchez. So Renato Sanchez isn't going to get the minutes that he wants at Bayern Munich. So basically, I think that he does need to move on and go join another team. I'd be happy with Renato Sanchez. As I said, he's skillful. He's very good at giant forward. He's good in the air. He's versatile. He can also play on wide roles as well, Renato Sanchez. I do really like him. He's skillful. He's tenacious. What a type of player he would be. I'd like Renato Sanchez. I think we could maybe be looking further down the line at getting him on a loan deal, or maybe paying the £43 million that Bayern Munich won. As I did say, for Matic, maybe I don't know what's going on with that. They wanted £40 million for Matic. I'd rather pay just over £40 million for Renato Sanchez than I would Matic, because Renato Sanchez is comparable to Nemanja Matic. So yeah, Renato Sanchez, I hope that we do get him on the board. He hasn't had the starts that he wants, but if he comes to a team like Manchester United, he will get first team football. With James Rodriguez there, who's versatile, got a wonder of a left foot, who I was disappointed that we did lose out on. Then and the other midfielders I think they've bought in, he's not going to get that first team football. So basically, he's still only young. He's he's got good talent. He's got good experience as well. So he's still only a young player. I have to see what happens about that. Verratti, I'm not quite sure. As I said, PSG may be still reluctant to sell him, but Verratti may consider making the move. I'm not quite sure. And yes, the Real Madrid, I think the team news may be confirmed about that. Sorry guys, as I said earlier, I thought Ronaldo was featuring. I don't think he's featuring in the game. I think he's on holiday or something like that. But it is going to be a good clash between Manchester United and Real Madrid. I don't think we've played them properly since 2013 when we lost, was it 2-1 at Old Trafford? I felt a game that we arguably ultimately should have won, because we was the dominant team for the majority of the game. I thought the game changed basically that night when Nani did get sent off. I thought the game changed then, and that was a crucial moment in the game. And I thought it was a game that we didn't deserve to lose. We'd currently got a draw at Real Madrid as well. So that's going to be an interesting game. I'm going to have a look into it, see what's going on with team news and all that, and then I'm going to be updating you guys on that as we always do on the Chazzaboy Davenport channel. You think Juventus made a couple of signings? Barcelona, I don't think are interested in Verratti now, as they know that he wants Raiola to represent him. Everton have made signings. Arsenal have made Lacazette. Chelsea have made some decent signs. They've got Morata, Bakayoko, Radioga, so they're going to be a strong elite opposition, I should presume, this season as well. Liverpool, I think, have made 1 or 2. I don't know what's going on with Iber Keita. I heard a bid had just recently been rejected, but I don't know what's fully going on with that. So yeah, Jose Mourinho still wants at least another player. And if he gets another player, I may want another player as well. But Ed Woodward, I give all my respect. I credit him so much. He's currently come to these US tours to try and basically get these deals finalised. And the same with Anthony Martial. I just can't see him going. He did fail to replicate that form. He is a good player. He's still only young. He's good at driving forward. I do really love Antonio Martial. Teams have been heavily linked to him. He's attracted a lot of teams, you know. We know Arsenal have been in there. He publicly tweeted out it was a false rumour. He poured cold water on the speculation. He's been Martial's been under speculation for quite a few weeks now, you know, with teams that are interested in getting his signature, you know, or getting him on a loan deal, you know, and we've had Arsenal interested, claimed it was a false rumour, didn't happen, and then we've had Roma being interested in him on loan, we've had now Inter Milan interested, we've had Wolfsburg now interested in Martial. Just can't see Mourinho sanctioning Martial, you know. Well, this could be, according to reports, this could be something to do with the Perisic deal, you know, but even if I'd still keep Martial there, if Perisic comes, Martial is going to find it hard to get game time if we do get a deal over the line for Perisic, but it's going to be hard for Martial to get game time, but I would still keep him. He hasn't been the player he was when he lost that iconic number 9 shirt, Antonio Martial. But Martial, I would still keep him at Manchester United. I'd still keep Martial. I really, really would keep Martial because he's still a crucial, lethal player, and I'd keep him and he will dramatically improve. I think Rashford's still got to slightly improve, but he has dramatically improved in these friendlies from last season. He's dramatically improved. He's developed more, he's got taller, bigger, stronger, and he's dramatically improving on his game. And he's just an unbelievable player. He's Marcus Rashford. So anyway, Mkhitaryan, yes, he's been fantastic in these pre-season games. I think he's adamant that he does want that number 10 role. I think Jose Mourinho is willing to give Mkhitaryan that number 10 role on a daily basis. He's fantastic on that right, but he may put Mkhitaryan just behind Lukaku. He may give him that number 10 role. I don't know what's going to be happening with number 7. Maybe another player could get number 7, or we might leave it vacant for quite a bit. I do not know. But yeah, we'll have to. I'm gonna go see what's basically going on now with the latest transfer rumours. See if there's like all going on. If there's all updated about the Real Madrid game. Is it? I think is it Saturday or what day is it today? Is it Saturday or Sunday the Madrid game? I'm not quite sure. It's one of them. It's Saturday or Sunday anyway. It's going to be a very interesting game, that game. I won't be doing my preview right, it's a bit too early. I will be doing it maybe tomorrow or in the next couple of days. So, yeah, guys, drop a like on the video, subscribe to Chaz the Boy Davenport as always, and I'll see you later on. Bye.